At a best bet, that is 29-5 in the last 34 games. We're also going to give you a same game parlay of the day. Best bets are on a 13-3 run. Same game parlays 10-5. Very, very busy day in the props market. I'm your host, Andy from wagertalk.com. If this is your first time joining us, we just explore and do deep dives into the props market. I believe that is the best way to turn a profit and build your bankroll. So as always, let's get started with our same game parlay of the day. We lost yesterday's same game parlay. We hit two legs, and then De'Aaron Fox just apparently got benched or just didn't play in the second half. I don't know if there was an injury or whatever, but we'll try and rebound here today with the same game parlay. And this is going to be a same game parlay that we've done kind of similarly. This is when the Hornets are playing a tanking team. We're going to take their first leg is the Hornets minus 9.5. We're going to take Brandon Miller to make 2+ 3-pointers. Then we're going to take Nick Claxton to have 4+ rebounds. The Hornets minus 9.5. The Nets lose big to playoff teams. They lost by 10+ to the Lakers, the Thunder, the Pistons, etc. And the Hornets, they tend to crush non-playoffs teams. This is a team that just beat the Kings by 44. They beat the Grizzlies by 23. So we're going to take the Hornets to win by 10+ points. Brandon Miller has 20 straight games with 2+ 3-pointers. He's had 2+ in every game he's played as a pro against Brooklyn. And then we'll take Nick Claxton to have 4 rebounds. He's had 4 rebounds in every game he's played against Charlotte. He had 11 in December, and he's had 22 straight games with 4 rebounds. So wrap that all up. It gets you minus 135. AI got a little crazy with that combined odds of plus 1017. Don't know what that is, but the real price is around minus 135. That is your same game parlay of the day. All right, let's do the play of the day. These have been hitting at a really nice pace. All right, play of the day. You guys know where I'm going. Surely you guys know where I'm going. The Boston Bruins play tonight, so we're going Charlie McAvoy to have a point. This is just an incredible streak this man is on, and it's still only minus 150. So we're taking McAvoy of the Bruins to have a point. 29-5 the last 34 games. Dallas is struggling. They've lost 5 out of 6. This is a client play, and this has just been one of the most incredible runs that I've seen in the props market in a while. It tends to happen every year. There's some crazy streak in NHL, and it's been Charlie McAvoy to have a point. So if you've been tailing, you've been cashing big, and this has been really, really fun. So this is a 3% client play that we'll play. All right, let's do the market watch. A lot of props to keep your eye on. Do with these what you want. Tanner Bybee over 4.5 strikeouts. The Dodgers, they did not strike out much against the Diamondbacks, but Messick for Cleveland struck out 5 Dodgers players in 6 innings yesterday. And last year, Bybee did strike out 7 against the Dodgers. I like Shohei Ohtani under 17.5 outs. I think this number is pretty ambitious. Just think the Dodgers are going to be really cautious with him to start the season. The first 13 games last season, he went under this total. It took until way late in the season for him to get to 18 outs over. And even then, he just landed on 18, getting 6 complete innings. So I think there's going to be a quick leash on Ohtani. Go out there, get yourself 4 or 5 good innings, but why run this guy into the ground early? So I think this might end up being a client play. Giancarlo Stanton has a 2 hits in the first 4 games of the season. Pretty decent price on him to have a hit today. He's 3 for 9 against Gilbert. Lifetime Yankees offense has been good to start the year, especially Stanton. So while he's healthy, maybe we can cash in on some props. Brian Rust will have a point. This is for the Penguins. It's way too juicy. That's the only reason it's not client play. But he's been on absolute wagon as well. 16-4 the last 20 games, and he's got a point in 3 out of 4 games against Detroit this year. What do we always say? Well, you only pay the juice if the play loses. So if it hits, you're going to be really happy. So we've got some NBA best bets, not best bets, but leans to look at. But it is $5 Tuesday, guys. We have a lot of $5 plays that are up. We had a cricket play that already went off this morning. We've got a tennis play that I believe already went off this morning. But for tonight, we will have several plays up, and one of them is a 4% MLB play. 4% best bets have been on fire. We're 72-40 in 2026 on 4% best bet. So when we have a 4% best bet, tail along, it's only $5. This one's going to be in the MLB, and we're also going to have other $5 plays up. I gave you the NHL one. That is going to be up for sale. You don't need to buy it. We just went over that one, Charlie McAvoy. But there are plenty of plays to have in the NBA, and we will have a play. We hit our play of the day yesterday and for clients on Joel Embiid. So it's $5 Tuesday. Go to wagertalk.com and get there with the shortcut wt.buzz/AL. Having a really, really good year, and looking to close out March really, really strong. So grab the $5 play. That's why we put them up here, so you guys can try some sports that maybe you're not used to playing, or see the write-ups. If you haven't partnered up with me, you can kind of see what we can do for your bankroll and a little bit of how we operate. All right, we move to NBA. Darius Garland has been on fire, playing really, really well. Kind of making Cleveland maybe second guess that trade a little bit. I'm looking at his 3-point props, over 2.5. I really don't like taking 2.5 3-pointers, but I can't argue with the numbers here. He's gone over in 10 out of the last 11 games. He's taking 8 attempts per game the last 10 and is shooting 53%. So the numbers are telling you, if this guy's going to be shooting 53%, he's taking 8 threes per game. Yeah, he's going to get over 2.5. LeBron James, this one really tempts me to go over 6.5 assists. He's gone over in 4 straight. He's averaging 12 potential assists in those games. And what's interesting, he's played in 4 second legs of back-to-backs, and he's gone over in 3 of those. What I'm seeing is he's just kind of accepting this new role that he has, where it's like, okay, it's Luka's team. And now Austin Reeves is going to be the number 2 scoring option. So what does that leave for him? It's kind of passing the ball quite a bit. I know it's the Wizards, but he had 12 potential assists and all 12 of them cashed. So the team is shooting the ball really well. I know it's the Wizards, but he's always been a great passer, always got a good eye to finding the open guy. Playing Cleveland tonight, I think I like over 6.5 assists. Probably won't get to the window, but that'll be one that'll be one that I may regret not playing. And then I find this number on Dennis Jenkins interesting. He was around 16.5 points on his last couple games. Now it's dropped to 14.5, and they're dropping it because he went under in his last 2 games, 13 against Minnesota, 15 against the Thunder. But he's still getting like 13 to 15 shot attempts. He's making 6 of them. The key is the last 2 games, he hasn't attempted any free throws. He hasn't gotten to the free throw line. But this is a Raptors team that gives up over 25 points per game to point guards. So I like this situation for Jenkins tonight. He is coming off the back-to-back. They sat quite a few people. The Pistons did last night. This seems like a pretty good bounce back spot. And we're getting a 2 to 3 point discount here just because he went under the last 2 games. But the usage, the minutes, the production, all of that is still going to be there for Dennis Jenkins. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Like button. Please hit the like button on your way out, and make sure you leave a comment below. Give me something. It helps the algorithm out. Let's Wager Talk know I'm doing a good job for you, that you're enjoying the content. Thanks for watching. Good luck on all your bets. And grab those $5 plays, guys. It's going to be a great Tuesday. Good way to build our bankrolls here to get our week on. Thanks very much, guys. Good luck.